Assalamualaikum to Madam Masufar and also my fellow classmates. So for today, our group will talk about the application of Islamic business ethics in the organizations of tourism. So basically, we got a topic that we need to talk about the sectors in tourism, and we choose Tourism Malaysia as the one company that we want to talk in this assignment. So without further ado, let's get started with the topic outline first. So we will talk about the introduction, background of the company, core business of the company, ethical business practice of the company, and the last one is comments and opinions regarding business behavior of the company based on Islamic perspective. So without further ado, I will start by introduce my teammate, which is the first one. We have me, Nur Atira Nadira binti Abdul Rashid, Nur Nazifa binti Bahar Nordin, Nur Najmin Alia binti Abdul Hanid, and the last one is Anis Nur Farain binti Zulkifli. So let's get started with the first one by the introduction.
Next, I will talk about the history of the establishment of the company. The Tourist Development Corporation of Malaysia, TDC, was founded by an Act of Parliament on August 10, 1972. As an agency under the previous Ministry of Trade and Industry, Tourist Development Corporation was transferred to the Ministry of Culture, Arts and Tourism on May 20, 1987. And became the Malaysia Tourism Promotion Board (MTPB) under the Malaysia Tourism Promotion Board Act 1992. Tourism Malaysia, as it is commonly known, is solely dedicated to marketing Malaysia both domestically and globally. So this is the Board of Directors of Tourism Malaysia. Next, let's jump to the mission and vision of the company. The missions of the Tourism Malaysia are marketing Malaysia as a destination of excellence and to make the tourism industry a major contributor to the socio-economic development of the nation. Next, the vision of the company is to promote Malaysia as an outstanding tourist destination, hence showcase Malaysia's unique wonders, attractions and cultures. Next, enhance Malaysia's share market for meetings, incentive, convention and exhibition (MICE). Furthermore, to increase Malaysia's tourism revenue by increasing numbers to Malaysia and extend their length of stay. Other than that, encourage tourism and its related industries in Malaysia. Next, to help develop domestic tourism and promote new investment in the country, as well as provide increased employment opportunities. Lastly, the growth of tourism would also contribute positively to the country's economic development and quality of life. Next, the number of Tourism Malaysia's employees is 678 and the total of their positions are 20. Tourism Malaysia also have their own network that is not just in Malaysia but also around the world. They have about 30 overseas offices which has already been established long time ago. When we talk about the regional network, for each state we can say that they have their own building in certain places. It is easier for us to find any kind of information, or if we as a tourist want to ask anything about the tourism sectors.
First and foremost, Malaysia Tourism has provide packages for rural livers in Pahang, Kedah, Johor, Selangor, and wilayah Persekutuan Kuala Lumpur. One of these examples is the packages that offered in Rao, which is 3 days 2 nights and 2 days 1 night Tulang Escapade. Both of these packages are in the Hill Eco Resort, which is 560 ringgit and 280 ringgit per person. These packages provide a breakfast, tea break, and dinner, also an amazing indoor and outdoor activities for tourists. These packages also provide durian face musangking and D24 packs based on the packages that has offered. Secondly, Malaysia Tourism also provide packages to every state. One of these examples in the state of Johor. Other than Malaysia Fruits Festival Tour package is 3 days 2 night water adventure. This package is affordable and suitable for who wants to try new things and love diving. The cost of this package is 630 ringgit per person, including welcome drink and 2 night stay standard chalet that are located in Paya Beach Spa and Dive Resort. This offer also provides 2 buffet breakfasts and 1 lunch introduction to scuba diving with pool session. On the day 2, the tourists will go snorkeling with boat trip to Ringgit Malaysia and Marine Park. On the day 3, they are providing yoga by the sea and rainforest and mangrove swamp walk. Thirdly, Tourism Malaysia also provided a platform for locals to try promoted their product to market domestic and international level. Other than that, Tourism Malaysia also offers several deals and packages that worth it to spend money for tourists for holidays. Next, Malaysia Tourism offer package that's special to civil servants. For this package, special for who love outdoor activities so that the tourists can enjoy the thrilling and extreme activity with family and friends. Lastly, Malaysia Tourism provided travel ideas for tourists. One of this package is in the state of Penang, a lot of activities that tourists can enjoy alone or with their families and friends in Penang for 4 days and 3 nights, such as Escape Penang, Visit Kampung Agong, and Penang Street Art. Next, this is the 3 main points for the company views on the ethical business practices. For agritourism, agricultural tourism, agrotourism, or farm tourism is a subset of the rural tourism industry. It focuses on agricultural operation and involves tourist activity based in and or around farms. For charity tourism, is referred to as aid tourism is a form of travel which centers around a charitable activity. For community-based tourism and cultural tourism, community-based tourism is based on the premise of collective responsibility, allowing the local community to have an active involvement in the development and the management of the tourism in the area. Cultural tourism, it is the act of travelers visiting particular destination in order to experience and learn about a particular culture.
I will talk about the ethical business practice of the company based on the corporate social responsibility, or we call it as a CSR activities performed by the company. Corporate social responsibility, or CSR, is actually an advanced term particularly defined as the voluntary assistance of organization to social, economic, and environmental improvement. CSR is a process with the aim to embrace responsibility for the company's actions and inspire a better impact through its activities on the environment, community, stakeholders, consumers, employees, and all other members of the public sphere. We go for the first one, which is the people and society. So the first point is understanding and promotion of the ethical values common to humanity with an attitude of tolerance and respect for the diversity of religions. Next, stakeholders in tourism development and tourists themselves should observe the social and cultural traditions and practice of all peoples. The next one is beneficial activity for host countries and communities. So the first point is local population should be associated with tourism activities and share equitably in the economic, social, and cultural benefits. Next, special attention should be paid to the specific problems of coastal areas and island territories and to vulnerable rural or mountain regions. The last one is employee. Employee will work in a healthy and secure environment, compensated fairly and adequately. Feel free to provide opinions, express criticism, or voice complaints. Employees will receive a clear explanation of what is expected of them from the organizations. So, for the first one is each of the company must have their own CSR activities. Just like Tourism Malaysia that have a lot of CSR activities in every year. One of the CSR activities that they did was Asian celebrities, media, and tour agents engaged in CSR program organized by them. A total of 107 celebrities, media, and tour agents from Asian Note, with children from underprivileged background for a day of fun learning at Kidzania. A thrilling tour of Kidzania's real-world adult occupations was given to the group. The goal of this quest was to take disadvantaged kids to Kidzania for a fun-filled educational day. The Start Society is a school whose mission is to help the community of disadvantaged kids by using the arts to help them heal and regain self-esteem. Not even that, Tourism Malaysia also have a corporate social responsibility and gastronomy in Langkawi. Tourism Malaysia, in collaboration with Koperasi Komuniti Kepulauan Tubal dan Selat Berhad, or we call it as COP Tubas, organize a corporate social responsibility (CSR) program through mangrove tree planting activities on 15 February 2023. The program, which was also made a success by the local residents, aims, among other things, to fuel the spirit of volunteerism among the local communities, thus welcoming players in the tourism industry in Langkawi during the post-pandemic period to help promote the Malaysia Holidays campaign. Other than that, CSR urges not focus on charity work for the society, but organize a program for the society is also one of a good CSR. Same goes like Tourism Malaysia, who organize a Yacht in Tourism, or we call it as YIT 2022 forum and town hall session to highlight the voices and views of young people for the first time, thus becoming a platform for sharing experiences involving the readiness of the young generation to face the challenges of the employment sector in the tourism industry in the future. Starting in Kuching, Sarawak, YIT 2022 will be moved to 5 more locations named across the country, namely in Penang, Pahang, Johor, Sabah, and Kuala Lumpur. Datuk Haji Zainuddin Abdul Wahab, Director General of Tourism Malaysia, said YIT 2022 also provides an opportunity for young people to understand the development of the country's tourism industry, including job opportunities on offer, as well as applying elements of tourism-based entrepreneurship is an effort to contribute to the country's economic growth.
Every company already aware that they will take high risk for their business. They will not expect from facing the problem or any issue that will raise during the business takes place in the market. As we all know, every problem and issue have their own ways to solve it. Sometimes it will take a lot of time to solve it based on the level of the problems or issue. For example, let's say if the level is really hard, it will not just take a lot of times, but it will also take effort, ideas, and many more to create the great ways to solve the problem. First and foremost, Tourism Malaysia also have the issues that they need to face, such as during the implementation of the Movement Control Order, Tourism Malaysia has conducted a post-MCO domestic travel survey from 7 to 13 April 2020 to identify the sentiments and perception of domestic tourists. In addition, the study aimed to obtain information related to the willingness of domestic tourists to travel, their preferences, and their perception of vacation and travel after MCO. Based on the issue, the Tourism Malaysia have several ways to solve it. One of the ways they put on efforts is in promoting Cuti Cuti Malaysia campaign is in line with the needs of Malaysians who desperately need a holiday with their loved one during the free times. Furthermore, they also having a tourism recovery plan that is designed to give priority to promote all the activities through digital platform like website, blogs, social media, so that the people out there aware about their promotions. Other than that, at the international level, webinar sessions and collaborations with foreign travel agencies will also continue through Tourism Malaysia's
overseas office. In the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic that hit the world's largest tourism event, the International Tourism Bourse Berlin (ITB) was cancelled at the last minute, while the World Travel Market London had to be hosted virtually. On 2022 November 2020, the government announced domestic travel bubble for green zone states throughout the implementation of the nationwide. The travel bubble involved permission to move across districts and states without having to obtain permissions from the Royal Malaysian Police. Most of the activity had been cancelled due to the pandemic that happened. Following the issue announcement of the travel bubble, various initiatives were offered by Tourism Malaysia in collaboration with local tourist association, theme parks, homestay association, craft entrepreneur and shopping malls. In addition, cooperation was also established with industry players such as MAH, MyBHA as well as airlines including Malaysia Airlines, Firefly, AirAsia and Malindo Air. Overall, the economic stimulus package under the Tourism Recovery Plan offer various incentives to the public to encourage tourism activities. Among the incentives were accommodation voucher, holiday package discount, frontline staff package discount, transportation discount, and shopping discount. Now, I will talk about the company's view on halal business practice and how it relates to ethical business practice. The concept of halal can be viewed from religion and industry perspective. It means allowed to be consumed by Muslim consumer according to Islamic belief and teaching. It brings consequences of consumer protection. From the industry perspective, the halal concept for food producer can be interpreted as a business opportunity. For example, Tourism Malaysia definitely will make sure that the collaboration that they made with the others have a good food product with halal packaging and labeling to attract more Muslim tourists to use their platform. As we all know, every Muslim need to avoid the food that contain the prohibited things such as pork, alcohol, and so on. This is important things that they are really take care of. This is because they are Muslim. This is because their platform is Muslim friendly. Not even that, Tourism Malaysia also practice a halal way by avoiding idolatry and superstitions elements. They will make sure that all of the tour package that they offer are far away from this element. Some Islamic societies live in apostasy and superstitions when visiting idols, monuments related to others' religions, and others' religious attractions because they can benefit others' religions besides Islam contradict to Islamic faith. Muslims should visit mosques, Islamic monuments, Islamic historical sites, and Islamic attractions. Those with the sources of the Al-Quran, Hadith, Ijtihad, Qiyas, Al-Maslahah, Sharia compliance tourism can develop its styles and influence the minds of Muslims. The question of Sharia compliance tourism needs to be seen in the context of the perspective of Ijtihadiyah, Fiqhiyah, Usul Fiqh, and contextual problems. This is really related the ethical business because they are still considered about Muslim needs and concerns with it comes to Islam religious. Furthermore, maintaining security and comfort is also one of Tourism Malaysia's halal business practice because they are really concerned with wellness, security, comfort, and safety towards the person who use their platform for searching any package to go travel with their loved ones. This because they are obligated to maintain their respective places, safe and non-hazardous workplace system at work. This action will contribute to the security and safety of tourists. They also need to increase the level of safety and comfort of tourists. The Tourism Malaysia are aware of the need to create comfort throughout the journey for travelers. The convenience and comfort of tourists are also one of the concern for them. The main factor of tourist arrival is because of infrastructure facilities such as communication, transportation, and so on. Tourists need conscience, well-being, comfort, safety, and peace of the mind. It clearly shows that Tourism Malaysia are really aware about the ethical business between them and also the tourists.
Comment or opinion. For the positive side, Tourism Malaysia are having a good relationship with the local seller. For the negative side, the problem is first integrity. Tourism Malaysia are not manage their website really well, and it is not convenient for us to search the things that we want. So the secondly is responsibility. Tourism Malaysia are not promote their company really well. So the solution is to make sure that the team must be more aware and put the information in their categories. Tourism Malaysia need to hire a worker that is creatively and know how to promote. So that's all from my teammates. Thank you.